Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Well, it's been a few weeks since I've done a video. I got a little project I want to try to deal with today, so I figured I'd video it and show you what I've got going on. Made it to the wrecking yard again yesterday. This isn't what I'm working on, but I just wanted to show you. I found this little bit crusty center console that's going to replace the center seat. It needs some TLC. It's got some sun fading and all that. I'm hoping this stuff will fix it. And I also got a trim piece for the dash to replace the one that's busted. But that's not what I'm working on today. One of the other things I was trying to find was a grill for this truck, but unfortunately didn't find anything. The problem with this truck grill is it's busted, and let's see if I got it loose. Let me pop the hood. And when you open and close the hood, it flops around a fair bit, and I just don't want it to break any further. So because I couldn't find a grill at the wrecking yard, I'm going to try to fix this one for now. Let's see. Two-handed operation could be useful. Sorry about that. There, I've got the hood up a little further. And yeah, I don't know if you can see in the video, it's cracked pretty bad, and this piece, sorry, flops around lots. I'm going to pull this grill off. Otherwise, it's in okay shape. I'm going to pull it off and do a repair on it. I can see, I don't know if you can see, it's hard for me to see, but there's another crack there. But to pull this grill off, the grill shell, all you got to do, if I'm not mistaken, is pop a few fasteners off on both sides, and the whole thing, in theory, there you can see I'm having a hard time because it's light out, but you can see bolts along there and some screws in there. So I'm going to pop that off, and we'll take it into the shop and we'll see what we can do about this poor thing. Sorry about the noise in the background, the heat's going, but finally got the grill off. So as I had mentioned, it's hard to see because of the sun shining, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fasteners holding this grill shell to the mount. And I'm not sure what they were thinking, but there's also plastic tabs that latch into the hood at the top. There's 1, 2, 3, only 3 left of 5 because these broke off, because you know, a dozen fasteners isn't enough to hold it to the truck. They need to do that as well, but maybe it's just to help locate it before the fasteners go in. I don't know, but these clips were tough to get out, and I'm pretty sure one was broken already, but I digress. In any case, now I can show you the damage a little closer. I can see it myself. You can see, let's see if I can do this. This whole thing is bust loose. And if I lift on here, sorry, hard to do with one hand, but this whole thing flops around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch that back together. I think that's the only crack. There's also a missing bar in here, and I actually did that, but whatever, it is what it is. It's a 13-year-old truck. But what I'm going to use to fix this is a combination of a few things. I've borrowed this kit. It's one of those plastic welder kits you see online, and I've used it before. This isn't mine. I'm going to order one for myself, though. This is a friend's, but I'm going to use is the little heat staples to stitch this all back together, hold it, and then I'm going to use some JB Weld plastic epoxy. Got it somewhere, as well as some, I think it's some of this. Where did I put it? In any case, some mesh, some drywall. Oh, it's over here in this mess. I'm going to use the JB plastic welder on the back side and a bit of this mesh to reinforce it so it doesn't break in that spot again. I think the staples themselves will hold, but go overboard and make sure it works. So I'll get you set up and get a workflow going here, and I'll show you how that little guy works. If you're ever thinking about buying one, it works quite well. I wouldn't use the attachment for melting plastic into a crack, but for reinforcing a crack, stapling it together, works quite well. So let me get you set up in a way that you can watch, and let's get going. Alright, I think I got you set up in a view that'll work. So now I mentioned how these things work is there's this gun, and you can see two holes in the end, and it comes with an assortment of different staples, whatever these little, hard to see. This one's like a zigzag one. This one's, I'm not sure if this is meant for outside corners or what. Hard to show you. And then there's these inside corner ones. And you just stick them in the end of this tool, pull the trigger, and they heat up and they melt into the plastic. Now, you got to be careful that you don't go too much or you'll end up blowing right through the plastic. But I'm going to throw one in here. I'm going to push this down. Hopefully you can see. I've done quite a few of these and other repairs already, so I've kind of got a feel for it. But you got to pull the trigger. I don't know if you can see the smoke or anything. It starts melting in. I just kind of give it a little bit. Keep giving it a bit till it looks like it's melted in good. And there you go. You can see the little zigzag, it's kind of melted in, and it didn't hold the greatest. It's calling me a liar. But there's a lot of pressure on this thing, so I'm going to use quite a few of these guys. That's why I'm also going to use that fabric stuff. So I'll just continue stapling this, and you can watch as I do it. What I did with these ones is to make it an outside corner, I'm putting it into the gun and bending them so they kind of wrap around the corner. Whether that's how they're intended to be used, I'm not sure, but that's how I'm using them. That one didn't bend very good, but it'll work. Doesn't have to look pretty on this side, and obviously it's not going to be as good as a factory replacement, but I'm just trying to make it survive. I'll bring you back when it's all stapled together. Okay, I got it all stapled together. Went overboard, I'm sure. But now, final step is I'm going to use this stuff. I really, any plastics I've always tried to bond. I've never had much luck, but this plastic bonder from JB Weld works surprisingly well. So like I said, I'm going to use that. Let me zoom you out. Along with that mesh tape, and I'm just going to go over this with it. Forehand, I got to scuff it up, rough up that plastic, clean it all good, and we'll put a layer of that on there. And once I'm done, I will bring you back and show you the final result. Well, it's the next day, and I got things kind of glued back together. The glue is all set, but as you can see, got two pieces here now because this outer piece 3 of these 4 tabs, even though all 4 showed glued on, 3 of the 4 of them were also bust off, and they clip into this here. So even with the fixed crack, it still would have been flopping around. So talk about a over-engineered piece of plastic these grills are, multiple pieces and whatnot. It's kind of ridiculous, but I digress. And you can see I've got some mesh in here over top of those staples embedded into the epoxy. The epoxy's all glued up good. So now I just got to get this all back together and hopefully get it on the truck before the sun goes down. But main reason for this video is to show you the plastic welder kit, and if you're interested in getting one, they work pretty well, as that JB Weld Plastic Bonder. So overall, I think it's gonna work okay. Hopefully it'll hold up for a while. If not, I might just get a aftermarket grill. I found one on Amazon. It's not the nicest looking thing as far as I'm concerned, but it'll be better. But I think the repair will hold up. But in any case, until next time, when I'm working on that console I showed you, getting that installed, take care, and I will talk to you later.